right, so Takeoff, shot and killed in Houston. Don't know who that is. He was one of the trifecta from the group The Migos out of Atlanta. Now, I don't know much about the group. I don't follow their music, but I did look at their success. They're wildly successful, worth a lot of money. One of them was Cardi B's husband, who was Offset. And here's what I got to say about the matter, because I'm not a street dude. I'm not a hood dude. I'm not in the streets. I don't really listen to their music, but I know that this music is a hit. And, you know, when I tell people that I'm a lame, like I'm a civilian, I tell people that because it's the truth. Like, the mix-up today is different than when I grew up. When you had an issue with somebody, you met them face to face. These people, when they got an issue, you don't know who's coming to get you. And in this case, it was people in his own group. It's his own group. Fired a shot, bang, next thing you know, and it was all over a dice game. And it's another thing I never really got into. I never really got into bones. I never really got into dice games and stuff like that. I used to pitch quarters, nickels, and dimes. That's how we got down. When I was, a child, 14, 15. But that was it for me. Dice and all that, never really got into that because of the Bible, pitching lots and so on and so forth. But it was his own people that got him. And this is the biggest problem today, because the people, and this is just the people who's famous, a lot of those people are getting got by people that they know. So it's just, this is what I'm saying, y'all. I roll dolo. And I like that because I don't have to look over my shoulders. And I used to roll with a 4-man crew until they got jealous of me. And they got jealous of me because I kept a lot of women. And, it didn't sit well with them because, one of them, he was kind of tied down to a woman he didn't want. Me and her met her on the same day. He was like, "You want to talk to her?" I was like, "No, go ahead." Because I kept a lot of women. I didn't really stress any woman, during those times. I was good. And then I would take them out, to show them this is what I'm really like. I'm going to get you guys some women tonight. And I would call up a female and she'd be down for whatever. And they'd be like, "How are you? You ain't got no money. We all look like you. We all tall, dark skinned, and that's true. We're all tall, dark skinned guys. We were all over 6. We're all 6'2", dark skinned men." And it was like, "How are you getting these women that I can't?" It's simply because I was nice to them. That's just my thing. I compliment them all the time. I get their attention, say whatever, and I get right past their barrier. And they couldn't understand this. Women love attention. I would give them attention. But nonetheless, it bothered them, and eventually they turned on me. Just by being a nice guy, they turned on me. And in this situation, I'm not saying that one was nicer than the other. What I'm saying is that your own people, you don't know what's going on, and your own people will turn on you. Now, we don't know, I don't know exactly who the shooter was. I'm not really going to get into that. I just don't know. And if I did know, I wouldn't even, it's just not for me to sit up here and say who committed this crime. What I'm saying is the mentality of rap, the mentality of people today is they're your friend until they're not. And when they're not, they go from one extreme of loving you, being a homeboy and all this other stuff to the total opposite extreme and to want you out of here. And when you see the video, you see people arguing, and One of them was like, yo, I'm not about that or whatever, so on and so forth. And he was like, yo, we out of here. Somebody drew a gun. Boom, you hear a single shot. Then you hear, about 10 shots all together. And the first shot, Offset was out of here. It was the first shot. Boom, he was out. When the smoke cleared, there were people around him. He was actually hit twice. Quavo was over him crying, so on and so forth, because his homeboy is out. People are skeptical just about the whole scene, and they're going, something's amiss here. But the street people are really talking because street people recognize this type of, like, this thing. And I tried to keep up and listening to some of these people talk about it, but I was like, I have no idea what y'all talking about because I'm not from the streets. I don't need to watch my back everywhere I go because I don't got beef with street people. I got beef with one of my corny neighbors. That's it. You know what I'm saying? People that usually beef with me are not usually those dudes. And if they are, I just get out the way real quick because I don't know how to really beef with them. Because their level goes from 1 to 100 real quick, and I'm not a 1 to 100 dude unless I'm completely pressed, and then that means one of us is getting ready to go to prison, the other one is getting ready to die. That's why I don't mix with them because there's no fighting with them. There's no. They're gonna lay on you, and then watch you, and then they're taking you out of here, and that just seems to be the flavor of the day. This is the PSA to you guys. For all the 10, 20 people who are listening to this, listen to me now, your girlfriends, your homeboys. I would cut those people down to a minimum. I even watched on World Star where these 3 guys and this female was all hanging out. The female's in the kitchen cooking. The black guy is talking to the Asian dude. The white guy is sitting on the couch. The dog is looking at all 3 of them, but he's really concentrating on the Asian dude because the Asian dude has an axe in his hand. And he's talking to the black guy, but he's looking at the white guy sitting on the couch. He's just looking, and the dog was looking at the Asian dude, and then he would go over to the white dude who was sitting on the couch who wasn't looking up at the Asian dude, and he would, trying to warn him, look, something ain't right with this dude holding an axe, talking to one person, but he looking at you. Like, that is aggression all day long. The next thing you know, the Asian dude just went and buried the axe literally in that dude's scalp. The white guy he was pretty much out of there. The black guy didn't say anything. He just walked away. The female, when she realized what happened, she screamed. And the dog, was like, I told you so. So you guys, be careful of your surroundings. Be careful of who you kicking it with because people do not have your best interest in mind. It's your boy, Tone, to come out.